Race number 5, it's Perth race number 7 for our Singapore viewers over the 1200 metres. I thought this was one of the toughest races to separate throughout the card with some pretty interesting form lines.
Definitely, Adam, and the replay horse we'll have a look at, number 3 Express Boy, we'll look at it running third behind Brisanto last start.
The favourite recoiled about 2 or 3 horses away from the fence, led the way from Express Boy. He's nicely clear the fave. Further back, Peggy's Marie, Brisanto, Sporting Image with 150 left to go. It's recoiled in front, Express Boy making a contest of it. Brisanto running on, recoiled, stopping Express Boy. Here's Universal Law as well. They went to the line, Brisanto got...
On raw form, Express Boy is probably the horse to beat in this race, but I think there's a couple of negatives when you take a look at this. As you saw there, the run behind Brisanto was really good, but take a look at the last 2 runs which have been the best, Barrier 1 and Barrier 4. Go to the start before, Barrier 9 and finished 7 of 10, beaten 6 lengths. So all of a sudden when it had to do a little bit of work, it was questioned out. Carries the 58 kilos here, so there's already a little question mark. And then it's got Barrier 14 in a race where there's going to be plenty of speed. If they want to find the front, they're going to have to do a lot of work. I think they will end up taking the sit, like they did on Debut where they were able to win at Bunbury over the 1100 metres. But then the question mark is that they may be 3 wide, and that's where I've got them at the moment. So although Express Boy's form lines are Saturday type and they are stronger, it's got a few question marks on how this race is going to be run.
It could be leading up a 3 wide line. You're dead right, Adam, but those Saturday form lines are far too hard to ignore. But we'll have a look at number 9 now, Someday One Day for the dynamic duo of Justin and Lucy Warwick. They've just been flying, and second up this galloper could put in a nice run.
Well, that day may be this day. He was really good, as you said, at Pinjarra, finishing second there. He was only beaten ahead. Got a nice run from Barrier 3. We'll get the same nice run again, drawn in Barrier 3 again. I think we'll only take improvement for that performance. Drops back to the 1200 metres, so we know fitness is an issue after running that 1300 on Debut as well. This horse has gone up at nice each way odds. I think it's certainly worth the play in the race.
Justin Warwick has these horses flying. You see them in the trials. They're going to the line unheld really nicely and hitting the line really strongly. Number 12 By Decree as well. First up for Impressive Racing.
Yeah, we saw a 3-year-old filly by Universal Rule win on the weekend with Military Rain getting the job done there. I'm really impressed by this galloper. You go back to that trial which won by 2.3 lengths when Lucy Warwick rode, and everyone went, oh, this is a serious horse. Jumped out on a Saturday, $2.60 favourite, did nothing on that occasion. Then the next start went to Albany, and Will Add only won by 0.8 lengths, but was dead last around the bend, ended up on the far fence near the car park, and then was shinsore. So it just showed the class of this galloper. Had a recent trial, lost by a long neck to Dawn Approach. Now, Dawn Approach ran that really nicely as well. On all of those, with William Pite taking the ride at 55 kilos, I think she's the one to beat in this race. I've got a very good opinion of her, and I think we'll see it in a race like this with the speed in it that she'll be able to attack the line strongly. So I've got her on top here, number 12 By Decree, from number 3 Express Boy, number 8 High Tea, and 4 Peggy's Marie.
I've gone with the 9 on top, Adam. Someday One Day from 12 By Decree, 2 Lawrenson and 3 Express Boy.
Race number 6 at Ascot, Perth race number 9 for our Singapore viewers, the staying event over the 2200 metres. And although it's a pretty similar field, there's a few additions I like. The likes of Truly Gold and Mentz as well that jump into this race and just mix it up a little.
Another one of those staying races, as you mentioned, Adam. We'll have a look at the replay of Boutique flying home last start for a really nice second.
Traffic coming into the corner and going back towards the inside. Wider out, Politics is starting to run on at the $250 down. Still kicking, Frangipani Monster Go, Tiger Flying Force, Capodoro along the rail. Wide out, Boutique runs on. Politics Flying Force got through from Frangipani Monster. Deep out is Boutique. They're wide apart, boy.
Yeah, it was a really good performance there by Boutique. Attacked the line strongly. Ryder dropped the whip at the 800 metre mark, but she seemed to really respond to that hands and heels riding. And I think from Barrier 14, almost an advantage. They'll be forced to go back and attack the line strongly, and she's knocking on the door. She's a nice day, and she probably deserves another victory as well. So I think she's certainly right in the mix for this race. The one that I really like from that same run though is Ain't Bad. Was about to launch into a run before, got held up badly coming across the back of the hills, and I think this is the best stay in the race. Barrier 9 gets a nice run throughout. What we've learnt with him in the past is that when he has that nice run, he normally backs it up quickly as well, and when he finds form, he stays in it. It's just been that issue of trying to get him back into the form. I think he's there now. I think he can add some nice each way price into the quaddie.
Coming from dead last on that occasion. We'll also have a look at Truly Gold, who was disappointing last start, but wasn't really spruiked either before that start, winning a maiden at York.
Yeah, it was a disappointing performance, wasn't it? I just put a line through that run, and I think, as you mentioned, you go back to that York run, and if you do that, this is the same grade, the same weight because of the claim to Clint Johnston Porter, a better barrier because it was barrier 9 on that occasion. York gets barrier 4 here, and it's similar fields as well. Immense is in this race, which it beat by 3 lengths in that previous run as well. This is no world beater staying race, so Truly Gold does have that bit of class, which we know that Cerise and White does have, with the 2 kilo claim. The nice run as well. I think Truly Gold is going to be very hard to beat. We'll take a look at the selections though. I'm going to go with number 4, Ain't Bad, from number 1, Truly Gold, number 3, Discoville, and number 6, Boutique.
I'm going with 6 Boutique to go one better, from 3 Discoville, 1 Truly Gold, and 12 Go Tiger.
Race number 7 is Perth. Race number 11, it's over the 1100 metres, and one thing we can guarantee with this race, there is going to be plenty of speed.
Lots of pace in this race, Adam. We'll have a look at the replay of the last start performance of Conceited.
Decide his way through with Fizima Wizza. Let Me Impress down on the inside as he goes to work on the leader, Conceited. They go to the 200, Conceited, 3/4. She's the business who won't go away. Card Up Legends coming with a mighty burst right down the extreme outside. Sebring Lane in the middle. Card Up Legend, though, descended upon Conceited, grabbed it right on the line. It's
Well, Conceited is one of these mares that will be putting the speed into the race as well. Prior to this last campaign, it had 3 wins in a row, then trialled really nicely. It was only beaten a long head here in the race as well, laid out over the final stages, and that was over the 1200 metres as well. Drops back to the 1100, gets barrier 1. There's a lot of positives, but as I said, she won't get it all out in her own out in front, because Full Clip's in the race. Facine's got a lot of speed. Rosinski's another one that shows speed. Bachet as well, another one that'll want the front. So there's going to be a decent battle.
I was just about to mention, Adam, Conceited doing the speed. It's interesting to see whether she'll go for the lead or will take a sit behind, go fast early and get a sit behind the leader. Be interesting to see what the Milliard decides to do. We've also got number 5, Dendee, from the Daniel Morton yard. Was really good last start in the Pearl Classic behind Zoe Tomte. A little break since then.
I think this is as short as she wants to go. She has won over the 1100 metres before, but I think she's better over that 1400 metre. It was only beaten 1.8 lengths by Zoe Tomte. It doesn't say in the steward report, but got bumped heavily in that race. And if you are looking and you see those form lines, you're a bit questionable. Go watch the replay, because she took an absolute hammering in that race. I think the biggest bonus here and why the 1100 won't be an issue is because of that speed that we mentioned. From barrier 9, just sit back, relax, top of the straight. She'll show that turn of foot. I think she'll be too good and win this race. So I've got her on top. That is the way that I'll be tipping number 5, Dendee, from number 8, Conceited, number 9, Rosinski, and 15, Star Glitter.
I'm going with the 15 on top, Star Glitter, from 5, Dendee, and 10, Bachet.
Final race of the day, it is Perth race number 13 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1500 metres, and what really stands out in this race for mine is there are a lot of horses that haven't won for a while and mixed up their form. So this could be a tough way to finish the day at Ascot.
I'll put the blue marks over the distance last time since one, and there's a lot of blue marks on my paper. Let's have a look at the replay of Tamiki Bro winning its maiden last start.
A day off the leaders. Into the home straight they come. Boo Your Boy headed Barley King Prawn. Now Tamiki Bro called upon, and Warbo and Grado coming down the outside. Source of Survival, Kalur Bazaar. It's also making ground towards the inside. Tamiki Bro, Warbo and Grado running on. Tamiki Bro, Warbo and Grado. Kalur Bazaar went to the line. Tamiki Bro got
It was a brilliant run by Tamiki Bro. It was on the same day where Simon Miller had one drawn inside, one drawn outside. When they came out, you would have been thinking, oh no, Tamiki Bro's been hurt. But then the conditions suited, as we saw, and I think the conditions are going to suit again. So although barrier 16 isn't ideal, one from barrier 12 last start will come in with a couple of these scratchings as well. And I think we'll have a pretty similar run. Sit back, run on, attack the line strongly, same distance, same jockey, drops a little bit of weight here as well. I think Tamiki Bro's really hard to beat in this race.
Yeah, he's a good chance. I've also, one of my best for the day, Major Detail, coming off that run in the Roberts last start behind Heartstarter. Too tough for it on that occasion, I think.
It was a really good performance considering the type of company it was. I mean, it finished 6.5 lengths behind Heartstarter, but we're comparing at the moment a Wednesday with horses that haven't won for a long time to a horse that's been racing in top quality starts as well. So I'm not too worried about the performance. I'll go the start before as well. Grand Larado's a really nice type. Jestic was in that race as well. And Major Detail just flashed home. Now, barrier 12 again be forced to be just ridden back a little bit and a bit colder, and I think the turn of foot can certainly aid it. And Major Detail, as you mentioned, one of the better bets of the day for you. And I can understand why.
We've also got number 11, Profound Effect, which comes out of that nice run behind Kerala Beck, who was super impressive. Can't wait to see that horse next start as well.
Well, in a really even race, I've actually elected to go this way just because it has shown enough. I mean, it was 1-4 start to go over the 1400 metres. Again, that was on the day you could get back and run on. Then last start over the 1600 metres, you mentioned Kerala Beck, and that is a classy animal and is out of the class of this Wednesday field by a long way, but was only beaten a half length and carries only 52.5. He carried the 54 on that occasion, was actually held up down the straight as well, and then when got out, it showed a nice turn of foot. So in an each-way race, I'm really keen to back number 11, Profound Effect, on top for me. From number 9 into Tamiki Bro, number 7, Major Detail, and 12, Total Reject.
I'm going with the 7, Major Detail, from 11, Profound Effect, 3, Phantom Choice, and 10, Sir Dandy.
Time now to turn our attention to the best bets of the card, and I'm going to be focusing on race 5, number 12, By Decree, and race 7, number 5, Dendee.
Race 2, number 2, Warbo and Grado to break through this start. And race 8, number 7, Major Detail.
As we always say, make sure you do follow us on social media, on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and of course perthracing.com.au for all of the event information. The WATC Derby not too far away, so do book your tickets for there as well. I'm Adam McGrath, been joined again by Mark Olmos, and hopefully we found you a couple of winners on the box seat.